Welcome, collective. This reading is for air signs, for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this will be for the week of March 29th through April 4th. I was half correct there. Let's see what is coming to you in your love life. First, I want to get a feeling of what's going on with you, what is around your heart space, and what is around the person that is in your heart space. Where's my collective? What is the heart space of my collective? Well, we've got 3 cards that popped out. So we've got the Grim Reaper. Looks like you've had a breakup, and there might have been, you might have been engaged to this person, or maybe a conversation. Maybe that's the direction that you thought that this relationship was going to go in. Maybe there was conversation about getting engaged. And then we have the coffee cup. The coffee cup is about meeting and talking, and maybe, trying to work things out. We'll see. And then here we have talking came up. Wanting to, you're waiting for a message to come through from this person. And you're wanting to talk more. You're waiting for it. You're holding that phone and you're just waiting, and you keep staring at it. And let's see, what else do we need to know about where the heart space is of my individual? Okay, well, we got 2 cards here, and we're going to take both of them. This one is heartbroken. So yeah, there is a separation with this relationship, and then with it came out the boat. So you're going to get what you need, but you're having some issues with closing out this relationship. You're having a hard time moving on. And let's see, what the Grim Reaper is coming up with: not today. So you're not dealing with this. You're really hurt. You're avoiding the conversation. And I think this is the person that's with it that you're connected to. I think they're saying, nope, not today. I don't want to talk to you. And they're still upset over whatever's happened. So let's see what the person around you, their heart space, or let's see what engagement ring has to say about the person around you. And here we have Axe. It was a breakup, separation, abandonment. So I don't know if you abandoned this person or they abandoned you. And with coffee cup, well, coffee cup, wedding rings popped out. So a union, married, maybe you were married to this person. I don't feel that that's what it is, but I think the coffee cup, the conversation that you're wanting to have is to talk about, your future together. And yeah, I don't know. Let's see what talking, when you're waiting for this message to come through. What do we need to know about talking? What does my collective need to know? There's a heart. And that one is really wanting to come out. Heart with the key. Welcoming love, meeting, you're opening your heart, you're wanting to get together. So I really think that this is what you're wanting. More so than the person around you. That's what you're waiting for. And then here we have lightning. So there's going to be a sudden change. There's going to be something that's going to come through. There's going to be some sort of a transformation. All right, let's see. Now we're going to look and see. This is about the person around your heart. This is all you. I really feel that this is all regarding you. So let's see what's around them. So they feel like they're not enough. They were frustrated in this relationship and they sabotaged it. So it looks like that they've done something. Maybe they let their ego get involved, and that's why things didn't work out. Let's see, what else do we need to know about the person next to you? They're keeping a positive mindset. They're trying to manifest what they want. I'm not sure what that is yet. We'll see what comes up here. Let's see about the person. What is the heart space around the person? So they've been wearing a mask. So they're not showing their true feelings or hiding who they are. Maybe they were gaslighting you. Excuse me. And they also feel like they were stabbed in the back with this separation. Maybe they feel that you've done something or you're holding something back. Let's see. If we can get anything else about, get another one more. And then we'll take a look at this all together. Twin flame. So they feel that you are their twin flame. And twin flames come with a lot of different type of definitions, and it depends on who's reading the cards and what they think and what they believe and what you think and what you believe. Twin flames, most twin flames, they do go through a period of separation. They may have some on and off, but it's while you're healing from the wounds that you have to be able to carry on and be able to come back stronger and better. And then here under not enough, we have the coffin. So endings bring new beginnings. So maybe they're hoping, and we'll get some clarity on this, but maybe they're hoping that, you know, that they can get past, that you guys can get past whatever this is, and that they want, maybe they're wanting to come back in. And then we have kisses. Yes, they definitely, they want you back. Well, under abundance, we got kisses. They want to, they love you unconditionally, and they're wanting, they fell in love with you, and they're wanting to come back, but there's something that's holding them back. So let's see what is under the mask. What does the mask tell us about the person around my collective? And the cards are being a little stubborn today. It's either that or my hands aren't working properly. Could be either one. Let's see. What do we need to know about the mask? All right, let's regroup here. What do we need to know about the mask with the person around my collective? The person holds my collective's heart. There we go. Palm tree. So they're wanting, yep, they've got this mask, but at the same time, I think they're realizing they need to let that mask down, because for them to have some stability and security with you, they're going to have to show themselves completely and fully so that they can have this unconditional love with you and have these new beginnings. Let's see what's stabbed in the back. And we'll pull some more cards. We'll get some tarot and we'll get some oracle on here and see what's happening and see what's coming towards you. But right now, let's see what stabbed in the back is. This one does not want to go back into the spot. Paradise. So they want happiness with you. They enjoyed being with you, and they want that back. But they feel like they're stabbed in the back, and I'm not sure what that is about. And they're also reflecting, they're reminiscing back on, you know, what happened, on the memories, and they want to make more memories with you, but they're wanting to learn from the past. So that kind of goes with the twin flame. You guys split up because there was a little something that happened there. So let's see. I feel like I want to see if there's any kind of movement that's going to be coming towards you with this individual. See if we can get a little bit more detail, and then we'll pull tarot and find out maybe what happened and how things are going to move forward. Maybe what you need to do, what they need to do. So let's get some movement here. Let's see. What does my collective have coming towards them with this person? What is going on with them and their person? What do they need to know? So somebody was not being truthful. Someone was being sneaky. And then we have spy here. So someone they've got looks like they're watching you. They're keeping an eye on you. Maybe they're trying to see what you're up to. Maybe see if you've moved on. And then we have gambling, problems with addiction or bad finances. Maybe that's what's keeping them away. Maybe their finances, they don't feel like they're financially stable enough to step forward to be with you. And at the same time, they're keeping an eye on what you're going on. And this mask may be them lying to you, telling you that everything's fine, everything's great. You know, they're projecting that, you know, that they're financially stable, that they don't have any type of addictions or anything that's causing them to step back and to stay away. Let's see, do we have anything else that we need to know? What kind of actions do we have towards this? We know that this person is watching you. What else do we need to know? And so communicate. They want to work this out. They want to talk to you. They want to figure this out. And then we have move on, meaning someone is unavailable and a waste of time, it's over. I think that's what they're thinking, and they're using their intuition. And with intuition, this kind of goes for you as well. I mean, if you're seeing red flags with this person, whatever you ignore today, it's going to come back and bite you later. It's going to get you. Let's see if we've got anything else here, and then we'll move over to tarot to get some more insight. And do we have anything else here? So maybe there's some health issues. You're dealing with some health issues, or they might be dealing with some health issues. I mean, obviously that's not a reason to go running back to anybody. When you return back to somebody for sympathy, then that's not always a good thing. And then you also have somebody watching over you. So you've got a loved one that's watching over you, that's kind of protecting you from this situation and maybe guiding you. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving, that it would be from a loved one regarding this situation in this relationship. I mean, our loved ones, they're always with us, but sometimes they make their presence known just a little bit more than normal. And then here we have distance. So there may be some physical or even emotional distance between you and your person. And maybe that's adding to some of the struggles. We're going to see, yep, and here it says open your heart. It'll help you attract more love. So maybe you need to open your heart for something. And then we have earth signs, and we have commitment. So we've already had the engagement ring. We've had the wedding rings. So earth sign, I mean, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that could be who you're dealing with. But it also, earth signs is about grounding, about getting yourself in line with the universe and with where you need to be. But with this commitment card coming up here, and we've also got the communicate, maybe they're ready to step forward. Maybe they're going to want to come forward. But I would obviously, I mean, myself personally, I suggest taking it slow. Do we have anything else here? Look, that was just too many cards that flew out there. Anything else that we need to know about the actions or intentions with this person towards my collective? Do we have anything else? I'm going to do one more. Caution. Find out more information. So before you move forward with this person, I would definitely make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row and everything kind of perfectly set up. And let's see. I'm being drawn to this deck right here. Sometimes you can have too many decks of cards. Sometimes you don't have enough. Just saying. And I have several decks sitting here. Some I don't rarely use because I don't get called to use them that much. And other ones get used all the time. So, all right, let's see. Universe, what does my collective need to know regarding this relationship? Let's first see what happened. What was the cause for this heartbreak and for this separation? Let's see what the cause was for this separation with my collective and their person. All right. What caused the separation? And we have a couple of cards here that flipped out. One, this is the Six of Cups. So this is about this. It was not a genuine relationship. It looks like, the heart wasn't completely, totally in it, and that there was a lot of inner work that needed to be done. Maybe on both sides, both you and your person. Maybe a little bit. You needed to do a little bit more self-reflection, self-love, and then that also coming up after that is the there. Looks like there was maybe some obsessive behaviors. I mean, this is the Chariot, and it's in reverse, but it's some obsessive behaviors that were maybe being exhibited, being a little bit too forceful and aggressive. Maybe that's what happened. I want some more. I need a little bit more on that one. Let's see. Tell me more about the Chariot. What else do I need to know about the Chariot? And this card's wanting to fly out. So here we have... So this says exciting possibilities in love, fleeting romance, starting new. So maybe your person had a wandering eye, was maybe out there looking for maybe something that was a little bit more fulfilling. And that was, you know, they maybe were talking to some people, you know, maybe lining up the next option. I don't know. Let's see. What else do we need to know about what happened with this relationship between my collective and their person? What do we need to know? What happened in this relationship? What caused the breakup? This one. Looks like, okay, so this is about balance. So maybe there was a little bit of a lack of balance between the relationship and work and family. They weren't able to adapt to the changes. Now this is on the upright, but I'm feeling that it was more negative. I mean, because if you have the balance there, then there wouldn't be a reason for the relationship to end. And then I have here that there was a conflict. There was a major conflict that happened between you and this individual, and came out with that is feeling that you know, I'm taking that this was you, that you felt like you were loved and that there was a lot of gratefulness, and you had, you know, the relationship was fulfilling to you, but something got in the way. Let's see if we can find out what got in the way here. Looks like there was some avoidance here. Maybe there were some extra pressures that were going on. And then there were some sacrifices that needed to be made by one side or the other that were not being made. And then we have here, we've got some jealousy going here. So this is about overcoming jealousy and letting go of past relationships. So maybe that's something that one or the both of you were not able to do. We'll see if we can get some more clarity on that as well. So maybe there was something from your past that was holding up and preventing you from going further. And stuff. Well, we got two cards here as well. So here, so I'm guessing that you, the way I'm feeling that this is you, that you were wanting some meaningful discussions and some open communication, and maybe you weren't getting that. Maybe there was something there that wasn't quite, that you felt that you weren't being given everything that you needed. Remember, we had that mask down here, so maybe that's part of what it was. And then here, there's a lack of progress. Okay, so this is the picture's starting to paint. We're starting to paint a picture here that I think you were wanting the relationship to go a little bit further. Now, switch the roles if that's what needs to be done here, but I'm taking it that this is you, and it could have been the other person, that you were wanting the relationship to go further. You were wanting the engagement. You were wanting the wedding rings. But there was a lack of progress. There wasn't enough movement, and you felt like you weren't getting what you wanted. You weren't getting the discussions and the open communication that you felt that you needed. And there was a lack of progress, and that created a rift between the two of you. And this card is like really big here. So, and one or the both of you was wanting to spend some time alone, taking the break, just so that you could maybe, you know, get your ducks in a row, have kind of a mental health day, and focusing on rest and taking care of yourself. And then here we have the Tower in reverse. That's making necessary adjustments in your relationship and leaving a fragile relationship behind. And that could be what it is. I mean, you didn't feel that the relationship was strong enough that it wasn't going to withhold whatever was being put in front of you guys. And one or the both of you decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to walk away from this just because this isn't fulfilling me. This isn't giving me what I need. I'm going to see if we can get one more card. And then we're going to switch over into another deck. Whoa. Well, being called to pull some oracles regarding around this relationship about what happened, because I think there's more to this story than what I'm seeing right now. And well, we got two cards. We'll take these two and see what they say. So here, this is like not working well in the relationship as a team. There was a lot of tension and frustration that was coming through. So there was, maybe there was something that, some underlying things that were in there that were happening in the relationship that was causing some communication issues. And it just wasn't working. Maybe just drifted apart. And then here we have unsuccessful romantic plans, facing unexpected challenges, overthinking without taking action. So, I'm thinking that, I really think this was just more like a thing where you drifted apart. Maybe there was a little bit of communication breakdown that was going on. So let me get some oracles here and see what we can find out. See what happened. That's not the deck I want this one. All right, so let's see what happened here between the two of you. I've got a kind of a picture started here, but I really think I get the feeling, what I'm hearing is that there were some outside influences that stepped in that prevented you from being able to work this out with the person. So let's see what this is. Whoop. Yeah, so I am having issues with my arm. I am going to be having surgery on my shoulder, and because of the issues with my shoulder, it causes me to have pain all the way down pretty much to my fingertips. So it makes it sometimes hard to use my left hand. I improvise, I do the best I can. I've been dealing with this for several months now, but we're just waiting to see when the doctor can schedule me in to have the surgery done. I've done lots of physical therapy. It didn't do anything for me. It helped a little bit, but not a whole lot. But so if you see me fumbling cards, that's part of the reason why. And that was way too many cards. I just want a couple. I'm going to do one more shuffle, then I'm going to start pulling from the top and bottom. Yeah, all right, top and bottom here. So on the top, we have possibilities. So there was some adventure and some risks that were being taken in this relationship. And then we have escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So it's possible that one of you has blocked the other or pushed the other one away and maybe blocked them. And so there can't be any communication right now. And then we have soulmates. So you feel that they are your soulmate, and you feel it deep down, but there's just something happening that's keeping you from being together. And that could be boundaries. One of you or both of you set boundaries that the other one wasn't able to deal with, to play with. And then we have here chasing thrills, excitement, a good time. So maybe somebody was going out and having a little bit too much fun and leaving the other one at home and leaving them out of it. And that could be where that mask is coming into play. And then we have cloudy judgment. So there was some distortion here in this relationship with some unbalanced feelings. Maybe, it was pretty one-sided. But then at the same time, you felt that this person was charming and that you really liked them, but there was some distraction going on. There was some sort of a sidetrack energy that was happening here, where the other person was being sidetracked and was causing delays. It was causing delays on the relationship moving forward. Let's see what we can find here. Is there anything else? Really, just if there's anything that pops out. Let's see. Heart fog. So there was some mixed signals, some blocked emotions. So, somebody messed up here in this relationship. Now, was it you? Was it the other person messed up? Messed up because they weren't giving it all. They weren't trying to pursue and move the relationship forward. Not sure. Let's see if there's anything else that the universe wants to give us. Oh. That was quite a chunk, but you know what? I'm intrigued and I want to see what they all are. So we have here, we have apology, rejection, bluff, and separation. Well, we know that you're in a separation, but this is about distance. So there may be some distance between the two of you, emotional or physical distance. And then we have bluff here. So this goes back to the mask. The mask has already popped up. It's already been here. So somebody's pretending, maybe exaggerating something, and it caused a sense of rejection. I'm feeling abandoned, or that mask caused you to walk away from this person because they were showing that mask was up and they feel abandoned now. But there's an apology coming. It looks like they're wanting to come back and they're wanting to say they're sorry and they're wanting to ask for some forgiveness. So I'm going to pull a little bit of tarot here to close us out. And then I'm going to get a message on what you need to work on. But we're going to do the tarot first and see what we need, or what you need to know about the situation and about what's coming forward towards you. And if you like my reading, please, by all means, like, share, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to have a personal reading, which is obviously more in depth into your situation, go to my description, and the contact information will be there. Just reach out to me to that email address that's there, and I will give you my pricing and my availability, and we will put something together, and we will get together and make this happen. All right, so what do we need to know here? We've got the Six of Swords in reverse. So for this to move on, for this to move forward, there seems to be some fear going on here. There's a little bit of resistance and some stagnation. So it's not going anywhere right now. And I'm getting that both of you are feeling lost because of this, because of the status of this relationship. But you're holding on to the past. And as long as you keep holding on to that past, you're not going to be able to step forward and move forward to move on, to get past that, because you're going to keep holding that. It's going to create resentment, and we don't want that. But then we have here, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Well, so there is some acceptance and some forgiveness here. And this is about moving on. I mean, in the picture, the person in the picture is looking at 3 cups that are tipped over, and they're not realizing that there's 2 cups behind them that are still upright, and they're still probably full, or maybe even half full. But with this being in the reverse, the focus is being switched over to those 2 cups, and they're accepting with what has happened, and they're looking for the forgiveness so that they can move on. And move on doesn't mean move on from you. Move on could mean move on from this situation, and let's build what we have. And this is followed by the Strength in reverse. There's still a lot of self-doubt that's sitting here with us. So there's some insecurities here. So that's something that both of you may need to be working on to be able to move forward. And then we have, that's followed by the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, it's about guidance. It's about spirituality. And a lot of times it's about, kind of coming together. It's a card of tradition. So could be a card. Some people like to say that it's a card of marriage and commitment. And then we have here Temperance. Excuse me. Temperance is about balance. It's about harmony. It's about patience. So you balance the energy. You have to balance the energy to be able to get a good path with your wisdom and with moderation, and then you can achieve the balance that you need. Let's see, does my collective need to know about what's coming towards them with this relationship? What is happening in this relationship? What's coming forward to them? And then we have here the Three of Pentacles. This is about lack of communication, being unrecognized, a disagreement. So when the person comes forward, you go towards this person or they come towards you, you're my collective. I'm here to protect you. So I'm going to say, don't go to them. Make them come to you, regardless of who's at fault. As we did get that they want to come back and they want some forgiveness, but there's still a lot of stagnancy here. But with this is a disagreement. So there's possibility that when they come back, that it may come back in with a little bit of animosity, a little bit of imbalance that's going to be there, which is going to cause a disagreement and maybe a little bit of communication breakdown. So you may not get everything. You may not get this apology with the first communication. But if you can work through it, you'll be fine. And then we have here is the Two of Cups, which is about mutual attraction. It's about balance. And it's something that, you can it looks like if you can get past this disagreement, you can have this patience, and you can get past this little disagreement, this miscommunication here with the Three of Pentacles, then you're going to have the Two of Cups. You're going to have that partnership that you're looking for, and you're going to have that balance. And it looks like it'll be both ways. I feel like that if you guys can get past this hurdle of what you're feeling and what you're seeing, then you're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out just fine. So let me get here. This is a message from, this will be a message from your angels, your guides, your God, whatever it is that you believe in. I will read the card to you as it states. However you fill in the blank, you fill it in with what you believe in as far as the person that you know, the entity that you resonate with. Okay. Let me see. What does my collective need to know? Love. I give my heart ready to receive the heart of another. The angels are supporting your relationship and want to remind you of the importance of giving love and support to your partner. Spend time with your loved ones and balance your affection in a healthy way. So this is pretty promising. This feels good. I mean, it kind of started off a little iffy. Wasn't sure where it was going. But I do think that with time, patience, and good, effective communication, you and your person, you're going to come back together, and together the two of you can work on, if you can get beyond what has happened in the past, both with each other and maybe with previous relationships that did not involve each other. You're going to get past those. You can open up your mind and open up your heart, and you will have exactly what you want. The angels are on your side. Go fly with the angels and get your love and fulfill your heart. I hope this found you well. I hope this resonated with you. Peace and love.